dragons, fairy folk, legendary beasts beyond imagination. Immortals all, collectively in Lenharrow they're known as mystical creatures, beings born of magic. Forged in fire, hatched in the mire, dragons scorned, dragons mourned, forest creatures true, beings we often misconstrue. Fairy folk fair, fairy folk beware, winged animals rare, majestic beasts beyond compare. Legendary ilk who on the fringes reside, both malevolent and benign. Good or evil, they don't care what you decide. Fairy folk fair, fairy folk beware, winged animals rare, majestic beasts beyond compare. Legendary ilk who on the fringes reside, both malevolent and benign. Good or evil, they don't care what you decide. Some diverse in their origins, often from all points and directions, from the very heart of the elements, regardless of your sentiments. Stories that can be so very tragic, but always born of magic. Magic. Born of magic. Dragons hatched in the elements, just as harsh, some cruel, some uncaring, some pure, strongest, brightest. The essence of what is best and worst upon the land, deep in their lairs, beyond mortal ken. Plots and schemes driven by ambition, whether with pure heart or ill intent, they care not about your fears. Dragons are large and forever, you are small and fleeting. Good or evil, the affairs of mortals, concerned in very little, the breath of life and death, the world only consumed in their wake. So diverse in their origins, often from all points and directions, from the very heart of the elements, regardless of your sentiments. Stories that can be so very tragic, but always born of magic. Magic. Born of magic. Born of magic. Day or night, bound together is their plight. Part of the world, yet never within it entwirled. Fates beyond comprehension, far beyond this dimension. Different in every manner, yet all bound it seems by the same planner. Mortals attempt to explain, this is clearly out of their domain. Learning all a matter of odds against them, might as well be shouting at the gods. So diverse in their origins, often from all points of directions, from the very heart of the elements, regardless of your sentiments. Stories that can be so very tragic, but always born of magic. Magic. Born of magic. Born of magic. Born of magic. Beyond our understanding, yet scholars try in vain. Some even attempt to contain the magic within themselves. A sham, a mockery. Deeply rooted in the very essence, part of Lenharrow's very resonance. Those born of magic are always so fantastic. Mystical creatures are found in the to the land in which they can be found. Really with delusions of grandeur, but always knowing we're all in this together. Born to know their fate, it is the sorry state, but also they find strength in knowing the world's wavelength. Born of magic. So diverse in their origins, often from all points of directions, from the very heart of the elements, regardless of your sentiments. Stories that can be so very tragic, but always born of magic. Magic. Born of magic. Born of magic. Most human in form, fairy folk are not the norm. Brownies, dryads, fairies, gremlins, leprechauns, nymphs, pixies, and sprites, all known as the all agree in their world mortals do not belong. In verse and song, not all of them get along. They can't be doing it. Everlasting time is never made, living each in their own terrain. My rules they must all abide, just as the sea brings in the tide. Go barefoot, perhaps mortals often fall into their traps. Each to their own designs, always bound to their own confines. Not enough can be said of the beings one can dread, or often even admire, just like playing with fire. Of directions from the very heart of the elements, regardless of your sentiments. Stories that can be so very tragic, but always born of magic. Magic. Born of magic. Born of magic. Apologize for the song, which truly must seem to be going on for so long. For creatures immortal so grand, a song so immense we all must withstand. Even still, one more tale must be told. We cannot forget the beasts that must unfold. Animals and monsters alike, just seeing them is always worth the hike. This list is long, I must confess, so naturally I can do no less. A verse to them I must relay, the final stanza without undue delay. So diverse in their origins, often from all points of directions, from the very heart of the elements, regardless of your sentiments. Stories that can be so very tragic, but always born of magic. Magic. Born of magic. Born of magic. By legendary milk, they are known hybrids, animals, bugs, and mammalian dragons. So grand, beasts no among their names, but common among them are unicorns, griffins, and centaurs. From the cockatrice to the Zarians, you must understand, these legendary beasts all told are both dim and bright, some even shimmering like gold. Creatures beyond belief, so magnificent, perfect in form, and so very extraordinary. Legendary, no common purpose, as much a part of the land as they are of magic. But alas, of the immortal day, this song we must now belay. So diverse in their origins, often from all points of directions, from the very heart of the elements, regardless of your sentiments. Stories that can be so very tragic, but always born of magic. Magic.